Oli Oli! Welcome back to the Colombian Linguist channel, a place where you learn Spanish with a Caribbean voice. Today, we are gonna be talking about how to say how are you, ¿cómo estás, across the Hispanic world. So, let's start. Oh, before we start, don't forget that we have a video about how to say hola across the Hispanic world. So go and check it out if you haven't. And now, yes, let's go. So, the first and classic way to say how are you in Spanish is ¿cómo estás? Right? It's very classic. Everyone uses it. If you go to Mexico, Argentina, Uruguay, Spain, Colombia, Peru, Bolivia, this is gonna work. Okay, there is no way to mean something else or get lost with ¿cómo estás? So this is the first one, very universal. Then we have our second one. Let's go to Europe, to Spain, and people say a very common way to say this is ¿qué tal? ¿Qué tal? And then you translate that, the way you translate this is how are you, but also you can say like how it's going, ¿qué tal? How it's going. And this works in formal and informal situations. So feel free to use these if you're talking to your boss or if you're talking to your friend. ¿Qué tal? That's in Spain. And the fact that I mentioned that this is used in Spain doesn't mean that if you go to Colombia, you cannot use ¿qué tal? Like, it's used there, but also it's used in Colombia. So ¿qué tal works in anywhere where you go. Of course, the classic one, as I said, is ¿cómo estás? But if you say ¿qué tal?, people are going to understand, right? In Mexico, a very super common and Mexican way to ask how are you is ¿qué onda cuate? Right? It's like ¿qué onda amigo? And it's like if you were saying what's up? What's up? What's up, buddy? What's up, friend? So it's very relaxed, very friendly, and it has a Mexican vibe, of course. One more time, in Spain, people normally say ¿cómo va eso? ¿Cómo va eso? ¿Cómo va todo? And this is not as the ¿qué tal? That we mentioned before. This is more like informal and is used among friends. And it literally means how's that going? Okay? So maybe you're asking about something specific. And then you use ¿cómo va eso? ¿Qué tal? You don't have to use both. If you use ¿cómo va eso? ¿Cómo va la vida? How is life going? ¿Qué tal? Is another way, so you don't have to use both in the same sentence. Now, let's go to Colombia. So in Colombia, we use ¿qué más? ¿Qué más? And it doesn't mean what else. I mentioned this in our first video. If you haven't watched it, please go and check it out. It's about how to say hello in different ways across the Hispanic world. And I also mentioned some countries in that video, so go and check it out. But yeah, so ¿qué más? We also say ¿qué hubo? Quiubo. So in the Caribbean, in Barranquilla, people would say Quiubo. So it's another way to say how are you. And a very Caribbean and South American way to say how are you or to ask how are you is ¿todo bien? ¿Todo bien? So it's very common in the Caribbean, it's very common in other countries from South America. So you can also use todo bien amigo, todo bien, ¿qué más? Right? You can use just one or you can use two of these ways to say how are you. You can say todo bien, ¿qué más? Todo bien, ¿cómo vas? I normally use two. I normally say todo bien, ¿qué más? Or yeah, ¿cómo estás? ¿Qué más? So yeah. So yeah, there you have it. Use it. Okay, so there are, I think, 6 real ways to ask how are you in Spanish, and just use it. Instead of just saying ¿Cómo estás? You can use all the other ones. ¿Qué tal? ¿Qué hubo? ¿Qué más? Right? Tell me in the comments. Which one do you hear the most and which one is your favorite? Which one is the one that you use the most? See you in the next video. Ciao, ciao. And if you haven't, please don't forget to subscribe to this channel, leave a comment, click the button like, and share with your friends. So, ciao, ciao.